While Red Bull and McLaren fight hard on the track for the championship, there's another kind of battle happening behind the scenes. This one is more about personalities than cars. Right now, it's inside the Aston Martin garage where things aren't going smoothly. Sources from the paddock say there's tension between team owner Lawrence Stroll and his newest star hire. That star is Adrian Newey, known as a top aerodynamic expert in Formula One. According to insider Robert Donboss, the initial excitement around Newey joining Aston Martin might already be fading. Donboss shared some details that suggest the garage atmosphere has become quite tense. Even though Newey's contract made headlines, the team's recent results haven't matched the big hopes. And when you're Lawrence Stroll, who's invested a lot to push Aston Martin toward championship level, waiting patiently isn't easy. This isn't just about different ideas on how to run things. According to Donboss, the problem feels personal. Newey is used to having full control, and now he's working under Stroll, whose drive and pressure from the boardroom are intense. Stroll, after all, didn't spend millions just to see the team fall behind rivals like Alpine. When the leadership of a team clashes, it can cause problems all across the paddock. We've seen teams struggle in past seasons because of internal fights. At the start of 2025, Aston Martin had big hopes. Fernando Alonso was still sharp, and the team had just opened a new advanced facility. The progress from 2023 and 2024 seemed promising. But after 5 races, things are not looking good. Instead of battling Ferrari and Mercedes, Aston Martin is sitting in 7th place. The points they have don't come from outright speed, but from lucky moments. Lance Stroll managed to score some points in Melbourne when rain caused chaos. Then, in China, they gained more thanks to unexpected disqualifications of other drivers. But this wasn't the strong performance Stroll Sr. was hoping for. Now, the threat of teams like V-Carb and Alpine passing Aston Martin is becoming very real. When you're spending money like a top team but slipping backwards, tensions rise quickly. Robert Donboss says the mood inside Aston Martin's camp is colder than a wind tunnel in winter. He described the garage as a place where smiles rarely show up. At the center of all this is Lawrence Stroll, who looks like he's ready to explode over the latest race reports. He's not exactly warm or friendly these days. Donboss joked that Stroll moves through the paddock like someone who feels robbed of a podium finish. That attitude is affecting the entire team's spirit. Right in the middle of Aston Martin's troubles is Adrian Newey, a man with an impressive track record in Formula One. He was taken from Red Bull with a huge contract, $33 million a year plus company shares. Newey was meant to be the key to Aston Martin's future success, but instead, he's become the focus of a conflict between different visions for the team. Lawrence Stroll expected instant results, but also knows this is a long-term project. Instead of focusing fully on the struggling 2025 car, Stroll is concentrating on the 2026 model, built to meet new rules where he believes real wins will come. This future-first approach isn't sitting well with everyone, especially as the current season looks more and more like a failure. According to Donboss, the main source of tension is Newey's limited involvement in the 2025 car development. Stroll, the Canadian billionaire, is frustrated because the team's pace has been poor. If the last race was any sign, Aston Martin is quickly becoming the team that others measure their worst days against. Alonso still hasn't scored any points, and Lance Stroll has set a new record for early Q1 exits. This isn't the legacy the Stroll family wanted. The bigger problem is that Stroll and Newey seem to have very different priorities. Stroll wants quick improvements, possibly to boost the team's value ahead of a possible sale. Newey, however, is focused on 2026, when new regulations will shake things up. He isn't interested in short-term fixes that might damage his reputation as a top designer. The situation gets even more interesting because Lawrence Stroll isn't just upset. He's reportedly thinking about selling part or all of Aston Martin. The likely buyer? A Saudi Arabian sovereign wealth fund, the same group whose logos are already on the car. This adds another layer of complexity to the team's future. If the deal goes through, Aston Martin could get strong financial backing, and Newey's 2026 project might gain more support. But Stroll wants to sell while the team's value is still high, meaning he needs good results soon, not next season, or 2 years from now. The problem is he's counting on Newey to deliver those quick wins, but Newey isn't on the same page. Don Boss explained that Stroll wants a quick fix, while Newey is planning a major overhaul. He doesn't want to be remembered for patching up a car he didn't design. There's an interesting twist here. In Formula One, falling behind in the standings can sometimes help teams. Because of strict limits on aerodynamic testing, teams that perform worse get more wind tunnel time. This extra testing is valuable and can give a big advantage when rules change. Robert Donbos pointed out this loophole. The lower you finish, the more time you get to improve the car. For Aston Martin, sliding down the order means more chances to develop future models. And with their new wind tunnel just opened, this could be a clever, long-term move. Adrian Newey seems aware of this, and might even prefer it. Why struggle to fix a bad car now when the system rewards patience? Let the current car struggle, collect extra testing time, and then come back strong in 2026 when the new rules take effect. While Newey looks ahead to 2026 as the real chance to shine, Lawrence Stroll is feeling the pressure right now. The clock is ticking loudly. Whether it's the pressure from the possible Saudi sale, the heavy investments, or simply his drive to win, Stroll wants results quickly. But at the moment, the team seems to be struggling more than improving. Morale is dropping. Alonso, once the strong leader, is losing hope, and Lance Stroll's performance isn't helping. The project that once looked so promising now faces serious doubts. If the Saudi takeover happens, it could bring even more changes, with Newey's role and vision possibly being challenged. Aston Martin stands at a difficult point. One foot in a hopeful future, the other stuck in present struggles. If they don't find a way to work together soon, this team might fall apart faster than expected. Is Newey playing the long game while the team faces a crisis? Or is this the start of a collapse that even his skills can't fix? Only time will tell.